Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Thursday night, October the 23rd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for a daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hope you're doing okay. Canucks lose 2-1 to the Nashville Predators. Wind up the road trip 3-2, and I'll get into all of it in a couple of minutes. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, know how much I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you get involved tonight. Subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that Max Sasson scored, like the fact that Demko played well, like the fact that Petey got a bit more ice time today, 5-on-5, and like the fact that we continue to grow a wonderful community here on YouTube, and like the fact that we did end off the road trip with a winning record. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can give to membership. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your membership. You can use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. It's funny what perspective, not perspective, just the order of games matters. If we had lost our first two games on this road trip, let's say that back-to-back against Dallas and Chicago, but we beat Washington, Pittsburgh, and tonight Nashville, we would be coming home happy that we're on a 3-game win streak and we came home with a winning road record. But the fact that we won our first 3 and then we've lost our last 2, even though tonight was a lot closer than Tuesday, for you, does that actually make a difference? Does that put a sour taste in your mouth because we're on a 2-game losing streak and we could have done so much better? Or are you with me and overall you say, no, 3-2 is 5-0 would have been great. 4-1 or 3-1-1 would have been good. But 3-2, that's fine. That's just fine. Playing 5 games in 7 nights, right? Or 5 games in 8 nights. And the first 3 and 4, and those are the 3 that we won, you might say, I'll take those 6 points. So let me do a poll question real quick. How are you feeling about the 3-2 road trip? Could have done better. Happy with the 6 points. So we got could have done better. Happy with the 6 points. No, let's say satisfied. Satisfied with the 6 points. Really happy with the results. Concerned with injuries and style and play style. Okay, this isn't so linear, this poll question. So let's see what you guys say here. Concerned with injuries and play style. Okay, I think this is a good poll. How are you feeling about the 3-2 road trip? Could have done better. Satisfied with the 6 points. Really happy with the results. Concerned with injuries and play style. And maybe more More than one of those can be true, but those are the ones I'm giving you right now. So I'm going to get to all of your generosity already. I saw a slew of things come in, but I want to talk about, we got, a slew of things came in, but I want to at least give you this part to start off. Is what's your perspective? Do you think, do you recognize that 3-2 is still 3-2, whether or not you win the first 3 games or the last 3 games? And let me know. Let me know in the poll question, especially. So let's start off, and I'll do more than one different dono video now because it's been a week. But Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Brian Blingy, starts us off with a $3 donation. This is the first donation. Got to get this one. So thank you to Brian Blingy Choi for that $3 donation. The legend himself. Let's give some love in the chat. Speaking of legend, we have legendary Lucas Gates.
And he got it! Who do you think you are? I am!
Legendary Lucas Gates with the $5 donation. Well, today, finally, the assembly trailer finally dropped. Hope you all tune in to CBC and CBGM on November 6th. Like, sub, become a member, and more. Yes, agree with all those things. And Lucas, I watched the trailer. I didn't know it was Howie Mandel. I didn't know it was Jan Arden. I didn't know it was Russell Peters. I knew it was you. But the show looks very, very entertaining, and I will definitely be checking out. So congratulations for those that haven't seen the trailer yet. I know Lucas posted on social media. The assembly is the assembly of neurodivergent individuals asking unfiltered questions to a bunch of celebrities. It's pretty cool. I'm sure Lucas can say more, but that was kind of the gist I got. So thank you, Lucas, for the donation, and congratulations once again. Pretty cool stuff. Coach Rob comes in, Hall of Fame member, franchise member. Coach Rob gifts a Canuck Clay membership.
Hard.
Yeah, I just noticed the majority of my drop videos are either me getting hurt or me getting embarrassed or a combination of both. Coach Rob gives a membership. Thank you, Coach Rob. And that membership goes to Satchel. So welcome to franchise membership, Satchel. And thank you, Coach Rob, for the generosity. Let's give a welcome to Satchel and some love to Coach Rob for his generosity. But we ain't done. Speaking of hurting myself. Legendary Carol Bovenlander gives a membership, and it goes to Brad Monroe. So welcome, Brad, to franchise membership for a month. And thank you to legendary Carol Bovenlander for the generosity. But thank you once again, Carol, but we still ain't done.
3, 2, 1.
Coach Rob being a member, as long as I've been having memberships, 56 months, says go Blue Jays go. Yes, it was media day today, and they start the World Series tomorrow. So give some love to Coach Rob in the chat. So thanks everyone for your generosity so far. I think, because I saw someone say hi. Is my mom here? Yeah, there we go. I had a nice chat with my mom earlier, and I told her, she always watches. I'm so grateful. I think I'm her second favorite behind Rick Dollywall, but it's okay. I'll take that. And I told my mom, when you're in the chat, say hi, Mom, because I know people like it when you're around. So hello to my mom. Hello to everyone that is here. So yeah, the first thing I want to say is it's not even about perspective. I guess it's about what is your perspective for how they're playing, winning the first 3 versus winning the last 3, and just how you're feeling as they come back now. And they go back to back. Montreal on Saturday, Edmonton on Sunday. I'm going to the Edmonton game, not the Montreal game, and then every second night for a few games for sure. Want to go over the game review as I always do, and then I'll get in a couple more thoughts, and then we'll get into your questions for sure. Only 3 goals to recap on the Edge goal visualizer. The first one, horrible. Is this the first shorthanded goal the Canucks have given up this year? But it's horrible when your power play doesn't work, and it's even worse when they score on the, when they are. It's worse when they score when we're on the power play. So Hronek, hard pass to Baines, he loses it, and then it's turned around. It's Stastny up to Ryan O'Reilly. Everything looks safe here. It's 1-on-1, and we're on the power play. So really, you're not expecting Ryan O'Reilly to beat you to the net, but he doesn't. So he just stays on the outside. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I would have liked Hronek to be a little bit more aggressive here, and I know he's very confident in Demko, as he should be. But Ryan O'Reilly gets a really good shot off from not too far, actually, just the faceoff dot, basically exactly. And he beats Demko to his glove side. So once again, you look at how this play started. It looks so innocent. Like, you got Sherwood here. You got probably Kane here as the better outlet. And Baines just doesn't handle that puck cleanly. And then even right there, you should be fine. This guy should be checked. Baines got to be somewhere, right? I know he's skating hard, relatively hard back, but still really unfortunate. And Nashville goes up. And that is in the second period. But thankfully, just 3 minutes later, Max Sasson, 3rd goal of the season. Doesn't Max Sasson seem to score the same way all the time? Rushing in. But it's a good thing. So here, it's in the Canuck zone. Carlson comes around and then finds, look at that. Almost too many men. So he can't touch Sasson until this guy goes off. So naturally there, he has to let it go. Actually, he can't touch the puck. Otherwise, it would have been too many men penalty. When you think about it in hindsight, he probably should have touched the puck or touched Sasson because it would have been interference, but then you don't give up the goal. But Sasson, with great speed, goes around this defender, comes in, and he scores from even closer than Ryan O'Reilly did, puts it through the 5-hole, in the 5-hole of Saros, and it's 1-1. So thankfully, they make up that early goal, and we're a tied game basically halfway through the game. Really nice goal, a nice pass from Carlson, great shot from Sasson. Like I said, his 3rd goal of the year. So then we go into the third period. Everything seems fine. And I remember watching this. I remember saying, the Canucks are having trouble getting this out of the zone. And it's not the strongest lineup out there. It's Sherwood, it's O'Connor, it's Ratu, which is our 3rd line, which I'll talk about in a second. And then it's Marcus Pettersson and P.O. Joseph. So right here, scramble play, 3 Canucks, 2 Predators. And the Predators win that battle. And now it's scramble time. These guys are going to cross. So Sherwood falls. I see what happens. Sherwood and Ratu follow this guy, right? And now O'Connor has to choose between these two. So I kind of don't like this. O'Connor's, I think, got to be more aggressive, but I do get how they're outnumbered. If he goes up here, then he just passes it down. So he just puts it at the net, and there's a lot of traffic. It trickles through Demko. There's the puck. And then Marcus Pettersson is able to sweep it off the goal line, so we hoped. But there's absolutely no doubt that the puck actually crossed the goal line, had a sliver of white ice that you could see, and that is the game-winning goal from Cole Smith. So Nashville outshot us quite badly, 35-23. Again, this is horrible. This is 60-40 the faceoffs. That's something we're very bad at. Our penalty kill was good. Our power play stunk because not only were they 0-5, they did not score a 5-on-3, and they got scored on while they were out there. So a shorthanded goal by Nashville. We had more hits, same block shots, and we get to play this team 2 more times, including next week already. Now, what? We played them again? On November 3rd in Nashville again. Interesting. Let's go into the box score. Not much to see here because there's only 1 goal by Sasson, 1 assist by Carlson. Sherwood was -2. That's not great. And then ice time. Garland with 23, Besser with 21, Pettersson with 21. So your big 3 went over 21 minutes. Low man was Niels Amon at 647. And then just looking at, whoops, no wonder. I was wondering why this looks so big. And then looking at some of the hustle stats, you have 5 shots for Besser. Nice to see in his return to the lineup. 2 for O'Connor, 3 each for DeBrusque and Kane. 4 block shots for Pettersson. I know he didn't produce offensively, but I did notice him defensively for sure. A lot of hits. 4 for Sherwood, 5 for Ratu. On D, only Marcus Pettersson went -1. We had 29 minutes for Quinn Hughes. Low man was P.O. Joseph 11. But this is the interesting thing. 29 minutes on 19 shifts. Not 16 minutes on 22 shifts. Not 25 minutes on 28 shifts. 29 minutes on 19 shifts. That is the average of a minute and a half per shift. That means he was double shifted, right? And Joseph just wouldn't come out, or Pettersson wouldn't come out, because that's why their limits were so low. But yeah, I think I read a stat where he had a couple shifts of 3 minutes each, which is pretty crazy. Oh, I guess it makes sense when they're trying to tie the game for sure. And when the Canucks have 3 minutes of power play time. 2 shots for Hughes, 5 blocks for PD. So the two Petterssons, the two Elias Petterssons, or Elias Pettersson and Elias Pettersson, had 9 blocks between the two of them, which is pretty good. 4 blocks for Myers, and then 3 hits for Philip Hronik. Demko was fine. 35 shots. Come on. He makes 33 saves. Not much of a chance on the O'Reilly goal. Would love to have that Smith goal back, I am sure. Then we go to the scores throughout the league. A lot of games tonight. How many games? 12 games. So only 8 teams out of commission. Blackhawks continuing their decent play. Lightning still having a bad start. Ducks put up 7 on the Bruins. Crazy. Travis Green beats Rick Tocchet 2-1. Pittsburgh still winning. Well, that's surprising. Only 16 shots and they scored 5 goals as well. Islanders 7 goals. Wow, explosion from them. Sharks 6 goals, including 5 points from Mac and Celebrini. Utah puts up 7. Wow, a lot of high scoring games. Ours wasn't 2-1. Kraken beat the Jets. That sucks for us. Kings win. That sucks. Oilers win. That's like, wait a sec. Hey, these are the 2 teams we play next. So Oilers, Kings, Kraken. That's 3. Sharks 4. Ducks 5. Dang it! All 5 Pacific teams, other Pacific Division teams, won tonight. We lose, and then Calgary and Vegas don't play. So now, the new standings. The new standings in our division, we have dropped all the way to 5th. Even the Oilers have passed us, and we're tied with LA. So that's not good. That's not good. I don't think we have to worry about San Jose and Calgary catching up just yet. But we have dropped all the way from 2nd in our division down to 5th. And that means when you look at the wild card standings, we are probably on the outside looking in. I know it's super early. Yeah, we are on the outside looking in by 1 point. All right, a couple other thoughts, you guys, then I'll get to your thoughts. With Brock Besser's return, Joseph Labate sits. So the Canucks at least started the game with a top line of PD with Kane and Garland. Then it was Ratu it was Max Sasson between DeBrusque and Besser. Then because they took Sasson off of the Abbotsford line, they put Niels Amon in there. So it was Niels Amon between Baines and Carlson. And then it was Atu Ratu between Drew O'Connor and Kiefer Sherwood. That's at least how they started. And then Hughes Hronik, Pettersson Myers, and then DPD with Joseph once again. No Volander, no Labate, and we'll see what happens. I think Mancini is eligible to play on Saturday if he plays with Abbotsford on Friday, but then that'll be a tough back-to-back for him. So expect to see the same D at least. Probably the same forwards too if Blueger's not ready. So 3 observations I have for this team, and then I would love to go to all of you. 3 observations are: number 1, our power play stinks. And that's costing us games right now. It certainly cost us tonight's game. We went 0 for 5, including an extended 5-on-3, and we gave up a goal when we were on the power play. That's unacceptable, and that's the main reason why we lost. Number 2, because of the injuries, for sure, like in Hito, in Hito, Hoglander, and Lekkerimäki, you have three of your more dangerous offensive players, and then you have a steady fourth forward defensively in Teddy Bluger. Because of our injuries, we simply are not that deep, and I think we don't look that dangerous on offense. We were worried about offense before the season even started, and now we're missing at least three guys that can put the puck in it in Hito, Hoglander, and Lekkerimäki. And Teddy Bluger is good too. So, on defense. So that's four regulars that's, we're missing. And therefore our lack of depth shows, especially on offense. We don't generate enough shots. And when we do, they're not dangerous. Like, do you remember any times tonight where the Canucks looked dangerous going to the net or crashing the net or anything like that? So that's number two. So number one, got to fix the power play. Number two, got to generate more, got to look more dangerous somehow, even though we're shorthanded. And number three, to do a positive, I do think the Canucks, I'm not going to fault their effort. I'm not going to fault their effort considering it was their fifth game in 7 nights, right? They played 8 nights. They played Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. That's 5 games in 8 nights on the road. So 5 and 8 is different at home when you're going home and you're sleeping at home and you're with your family. But 5 and 8 with travel, obviously, to 5 different cities. You guys, that's a tough grind. I'm not making excuses, but you have to name it for what it is. And that's why Adam Foote didn't sound so down after the game. And because they did get 6 points out of 10, which is good. 6 points out of 10 on the road is very good. And yeah, we might not like the fact that they won 3 and then lost the final 2. That's kind of the very first point I made. Would you rather than lose their first 2 and then win their final 3? It's still 6 out of 10, and we have to keep that in mind. And yes, there are issues plaguing this team, especially especially injuries. But if you step back, at least what I'm doing is I'm stepping back, regardless of the order of the wins. I'm saying 3-2 is a good road trip. Although, yeah, it's going to get tough. Montreal is playing very well, and Edmonton is picking up their game. So those are our next 2 opponents at home. Okay, you said 49% of you said concerned with the injuries and play style. 33% have said, could have done better. 16% are saying satisfied with the 6 points. And then only 2% are saying really happy with the results. That's only one voter. And that would make sense given that, it could have been even better for sure. All right. Mitchell sponsor read, and then I go to all of you. I start with thanking my primary sponsor, and that's Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Gassy Jack Art. You can check them out at gassyjackart.com. Jack makes some wonderful artwork that you see behind me. Also, my secondary sponsor, Mulligan Golf Company, mlgngolf.com, golfing apparel and accessories. And my supporting sponsor, Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Appreciate all of you. And then a couple other things, reminders that you can get involved in tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and you can review. Finally, my shows this week, none. It's the weekend. My next show will be Sunday night at 11. And then on Friday, tomorrow, I'll be sending out the link for Legends and Hall of Fame members to sign up for our one-on-one chats that will take place next week. And you guys know that already because I told you that on the group Zoom, but the sign-up sheet will come out tomorrow. Finally, looking at our fictional leaderboard, right now it's Fangirl leading. She's tied with Skytrain Alfred, then legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, and Justin Credible and Simon tied for 5th place. So good battle. Some separation can be there with a big dono, but certainly not asking for it, and that's not what you have to do. Okay. Now, let's go. I will do your questions starting from now. We have to stop having the 500 mentality for this team because that's the truth, whether you like it or not. Yeah, true 500. We got to be 17 games over 500 to hit my prediction of 99 points. So yeah, 500 is simply not good enough, especially true 500. That's only 82. I mean, NHL 500 is only 82 points. Fangirl, I'm glad we got Besser back, but the lack of center depth really concerns me. Oh, yeah, we don't have a solid 2C. Yeah, we have what feels like we have more third and fourth line centers. Yeah, if only we had kept Horvat. I've seen that a lot in the chat, and while I understand that, I refuse to play revisionist history. You just can't. Like I think you're wasting your time. I acknowledge that we were a lot stronger when it was Petey, Miller, Horvat, Bluger, or actually no, it was never at the same time as Bluger. Actually, I can't even remember who the fourth line center was with Horvat. I get it. 600 is better. Yeah, if we take 6 out of every 10, we will make the playoffs for sure. Hey, Russell, Quinn Hughes needs to shorten his shifts. Yeah, I'm not sure if you brought it up on your show. I'm sure you did. I brought up the fact that you play 30 minutes on 20 shifts. That's 90-second average per shift, which is crazy when you should be going anywhere between 35 to 40 to 50 at the most. Where's my concernometer? From a results standpoint, if I was only looking at results, Yrvin, yeah, I'm not concerned because I think 6 points out of 10 on a tough road trip is good. It's really good. But the fact that they have not looked good since the Washington game, the effort's been there, but the execution and results haven't been. Because I am concerned because of the injuries for sure. As I mentioned, we're missing 4 potentially of our top 12 forwards. That's a third. That's not great. Pete DeBoer says, "Bring me in. We'll be 17 games over 500. Let's do it. We look way too thin at C. Even with Blue-Grin, we're toast. It's not good." Yes, I wonder if the 2 results are going to force management to make a move before the weekend. Wait till the 10-game mark. Oh, wait till the 20-game mark. We just keep moving the goalposts to cover the flaws of this core at the moment. All right, who's saying wait till 10-game mark? I think 7 games is already 8 games already. It seems like we know what we have, but I hear what you're saying. I know you're frustrated, Justin. Hey, some teams start like that, then they make it through. That's true. Management must be kicking themselves for lowballing PS Shooter. Yeah, he'd look really good in a Canucks uniform right now. Yes, Tyler, I know you're an optimistic guy. And yeah, for sure. If you, it's one thing to look at the results, 6 points out of 10, and you can do that. But we have to look at the way things are trending too. I understand we have lots of questions now, but would we rather have Horvat and Miller or Hronik, Marcus Pettersson, and Mancini? Yeah, you're talking about really strong offense down the middle or really strong defense. After we beat JTE and the Rangers will be 7-4. Roland's calling it. 3 straight wins, says Roland. So many moving parts. I agree. Evander Kane shouldn't even be on this team. We let PS Suter go for him. Yes, that's where the money went to. Clay, are you concerned with Hughes' post-game answers being shorter and more abrupt than usual and his visible signs of frustration on the ice 8 games in already? Yeah, he's been slamming his stick, whether that's at himself or whether it's at teammates. Are you concerned with his post-game answers being short? No. He's a very eloquent person, but even when the Canucks are playing well, he doesn't go on and on like, say, a Jake DeBrusk or like that. But I know they did immediate availability with him today. I didn't watch it before my stream, admittedly. But as the leader of this team, he should be frustrated. As the leader of this team, he's got to be careful not to do too much, i.e. long shifts, unless he's been directed to do that. And yes, we know the narrative, the story. This whatever this is right now is not going to help convince him to stay. That's for sure. Good question, Justin. Good question. Skytrain Alphans at a 9 out of 10 concernometer. We were barely a playoff team with Horvat and Miller. It's easy to think the grass is greener. Hell, and schedule seems so hard, but that's how we felt after the loss to St. Louis. Yeah, and look what happened after the loss to St. Louis. Hey, Gary, welcome. Concernometer, 7.5 for Tyler. Have you heard anything about players that are injured, how they're doing when they return? No, we haven't heard a single thing about Hito and Lekkerimäki, who flew back after the Washington game. And Bluger was on the trip, so there was a chance he could have played, or a very small chance, but I think we'll see. I don't know. They haven't really given an update with him either. And we know that Hoglander's out till about December. Hey, Kyle, no, I'm sending out all the prizes from the last 2 weeks, doing that this weekend. So thank you for your patience. What kind of a trade package could you get for Quinn Hughes, hypothetically? Are you getting 4 or 5 assets for him, I think? Whether that's 2 roster players, a couple prospects, and a first rounder. I think it's 4 or 5 assets for Quinn. Tough. Here come the emojis. Tough L for the Canucks. Demko faced 35 shots. Sasson got the lone goal, but not enough. Those guys battle hard, but Nashville takes it. Time to bounce back. Yes. It probably takes you longer to type than it takes me to read it. Although it takes me a long time to read that, so who knows? But thank you, Puck Me, for the effort. Yes, play is concerning with the 5-1-3. Yep. You'd rather the center depth than the D, especially with Demmer back to form. Yeah, we're slipping. The makeup Clay era is now down to 3-3. Good point. The 3-2 trip record-wise looks good, but during the 5-game trip, we played only 6 or 7 good periods. Yeah, but you still get to keep the 6 points. I believe something's going on with Huggy? No, I don't. I think another year of teams scouting him, though. He up until the last 2 games, he was at least he had 5 points in 6 games. I think now he's been shut out the last 2 games, right? So he's got 5 and 8. I'm not concerned just yet. I think there are bigger problems on this team. Quinn hasn't been himself. PD has been actually quite good overall. Obviously needs to produce more, but he's getting more confident with the puck game by game. Best and the rest have to step it up. Yeah, I think everyone has to step it up. Hughes and PD included. Dino with the dono. $28 donation from Dino. Thank you, Dino Amena. Appreciate you guys. Let's give Dino some love in the chat. Even with Coots in the WHL developing, he's still not 2C ready yet. The Canucks also need to draft more centers and right-handed D next draft to fill the covers. No, I'm fine with Volander, Mancini as long as they don't trade one of them. And then left side you have Kudryavtsev and Minio. You know what's interesting? You guys, I'm not sure you heard this. Patrick Johnson was on with Harrison Price. And they had a pretty good argument, like a respectful argument about Braden Coots being untouchable or not. Patrick Johnson thinks that Coots is untouchable, given that he's a right shot center. Whereas Sakara says, no one on this team should be untouchable if you're trying to improve this team. And there goes the leaderboard. Indeed, a $28 donation will do that for you. If Foot wants Quinn Hughes to take 3-minute, 24-second shifts, then we are in trouble. Yeah, I did say unless it was directed. Yeah, I guess he wasn't directed, but you can't fault his desire to win. Quinn can't play 3 minutes a shift. Yeah, if it's broken up with a couple, a timeout and TV timeout and or whatever, and a couple whistles, it's okay. But you don't want that happening all the time. Obviously, he sure 2 firsts and 2 seconds for Hughes. You think New Jersey gives up that much? But it's kind of what I said, right? 5 assets. So what's your prediction for the weekend for Vancouver? Do you think we're going to get back on track? I hope so. I think they're going to go 1-1 if we're just talking about the weekend games. I have a feeling even though I'm going to the Edmonton game, I have a feeling they're going to beat Montreal and lose to Edmonton. Just a feeling. If management kept Coots, the contract would have been burnt for sure. Would you have been more comfortable with Coots than what we have now? No, I wouldn't have, because you burn a year. Canucks don't want to do that. And Coots, as much as we think he might be an improvement over Oman and Ratu, maybe. Remember, as much as he had a good training camp preseason, he was not good in game 2 and 3. He was only good in game 1. If we do trade Quinn earlier than expected, I say ship him off to Buffalo and get Thompson, Byron, Benson, and Power. No picks. You're not going to do all 4. You're not going to get all 4 of those, Gary, for Hughes. As good as Hughes is, because Power and Byron are good defensemen in their own right. And Thompson, but yeah, no. I'd say you're getting 2 of those guys for Hughes, not all 4. So what is your opinion about the standings? Kind of crazy, doing well and they completely drop. Yeah, it's, when 5 teams in the Pacific win, that's why 3 teams passed us today, but it's still, they're passing it because it's still early and everyone is still kind of mumbo jumbo. We have the decor if we move Hughes. Yeah, that's true. It's not a bad decor. We don't have a true number 1, but you can certainly improve the team in other ways. No, I've not read the Canucks Army article. I actually don't read a lot of their stuff. From Canucks about Wenberg. I don't mind Wenberg. Should be happy with 3 out of 5, but the play style needs polishing. Yeah, that's all fair. Hi, Juliana. Where's Juliana? Did I miss who's Juliana? Did I miss a Juliana? Where's Juliana? How did I miss Juliana? Did Juliana say hi in the chat? Because I didn't see that name. But it's okay. We'll keep going. Hello, Juliana, as well. Love the positivity for Tyler. I'm saying tell Quinn to be a first-line winger or center. He could do damage up and if you get a second C on this team. PD steps down and you put Huggy at 2C. Jersey has shot at the Stanley Cup final. Trade Hughes in New Jersey. Definitely some positive things out of the trip. Hey, Nucks Uncensored. Canucks played 5 and 8. Now they'll play 3 and 5 even at home. No excuses for them. But with depleted lineups and lack of trades by Saturday, we could skid further. Hope they pull through. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in this comment, and all of it's good and it's very balanced. 5 and 8, so I'd say 6 points. 5 and 8 is good. Now 3 of 5. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, 3 and 5, and it's home. So this is what the schedule is going to be like, right? Not just for us, but for other teams as well. Besser has been winning faceoffs. Skytrade Alfred, massive $25 donation goes to 5 franchise memberships. So thank you, Skytrain Alfred, for the $5 memberships. Go to Leah Herring. Oh, awesome. Leah, Callum, great. Matthew, awesome. BC Beasley, awesome. And Barkey. So welcome back to some of you. Welcome to the first time, many of you, to franchise membership. Let's give some love to Skytrain Alfred in the chat. You guys are being very generous tonight. Thank you. My sister Juliana is also on the assembly and knows Lucas. Wonderful. Wonderful, Dino. Looking forward to seeing Juliana on the show as well. My trade was crazy, but I've been playing a lot of franchise mode. That's nice. That's nice. Can't wait to see the show. I saw somewhere that Hughes had 3 shifts with over 2.5 minutes long. I know he's good, but that's way too long being on the ice. As good as it's like playing shorthanded. Well, I wouldn't say he's a detriment. Like it makes us shorthanded, but I hear what you're saying. That is too long for sure. 3 of the 4 is realistic if 1 is Benson. Okay, but not all 4. That's fair. If Hughes gets traded to New Jersey, I can expect a package including Mercer, Nemec, and a few picks. Yeah, that's true. They're not going to trade their roster players, their primary roster players, if they're going for the Stanley Cup this year. They've had a great start to the season. Gaudette, what's he doing right now? If we lose Hughes, our decor gets worse. Yes, but you can. It's still not bad, but not, of course it gets worse, relatively speaking. But you can improve other parts of your team pretty quick. Dino's sister Juliana, awesome. Play them in 11 games. Yes. I would never trade Quinn in New Jersey until the very last minute. I try to ship him off for a legit first, 1B, 2C, and a top 2 D-man and a first. Yeah, there's your 4 assets. The centers are available are slim pickings. Gaudette and Paling. Would the Devils want to move Hischier with C's being? No, I don't think they would want to. A lot depends if you see this 500 opening as a floor ceiling for this team. Great point, Yrvin. Great point. Am I going to watch the Vancouver PWHL game? Probably not. I'll probably see 1 game this season, maybe. Going to the home opener, that's awesome. For 2C in hindsight, I wish they would have traded for Hurdle at the deadline there for Lindholm. Vegas could have given out less for Hurdle than we did for Lindholm. Good point. I do like Tomas Hurdle. I liked him a lot better a few years ago, but he's still good. Yes, I did see your message that your sister's also in the assembly, Dino. Thank you. I read it out, but you may have typed this already. No, I did see it for sure. Quinn to Anaheim for Carlson, Mintikov, however you say his name, Minty and Zellweger. Yeah, that doesn't look as sexy, right? I think you need more than that. guy who can play first line. Oh, you're talking about 1B. Yeah, so like a first, second line center. Hockey pool, winning my mom's, second in my church one. No, I mean, and third in my keeper one. NFL 5-2 in one, 2-5 in the other. I think Huggy's just playing too much and trying to put everything on his back. Unfortunately, he's not the Huggy of the past 3 years. Yeah, he is wearing a lot, isn't he? I love this style. Just wait until the league sees this whole team healthy. They ain't ready for us. Love it. I watched most of the other games tonight. There is little envious of the skill around the league. Celebrini, Smith, Keller, Cooley, and Gunther. Who would you put in goal versus Montreal and in Edmonton? Well, yeah, do you subscribe to the fact that Demko gives you a much better chance to win? I know Parker likes to talk about putting Demko in, for instance, on Saturday because it's more of a guaranteed win. Standings notwithstanding. If you say Edmonton's a better team, then Parker might suggest that you play Demko against Montreal because you might lose that Edmonton game anyways. So why not give yourself a better chance to win the Montreal game? Others would say if Edmonton's a better team, then you put the better goalie against them. Demko, full stop. I think the fact that they went Demko tonight means, it's a day in between, but it's a 4:00 game for some. And I don't think you care. It's hockey night in Canada. It's Saturday night, blah, blah, blah. It's not a showcase. What are you showcasing, right? If I had to guess, I think it's Lankin against Montreal and Demko against Edmonton. That's my guess. Demko played really well against Edmonton in Edmonton, right? Second game of the season. Not being a fan of Hronek recently. When we got him, I was excited. Kept telling people he was Quinn's Devon Taves. I think Hronek could be way better on pairing two. Yeah, but then who are you having on pairing one? Is that Tyler Myers? Winberg's okay. Yeah, he's kind of one of those like low maintenance, nondescript, put up 30, 40 points type guys. Actually, what is Winberg's career? He seems like a 35, 40 point guy. All right, Winberg. He is 31 years old. I didn't know he's that old already. Yeah, so his point totals. Columbus, 5 seasons, 40, 59, 35, 25, 22. Then 29 in Florida, 37 in Seattle, 38 in Seattle, 30 Seattle, New York, 35. Yeah, so he's still a 30, 35 point player for San Jose right now. Lots of doom and gloom right now. AMA. What? If I do an AMA, there'll be doom and gloom? Or you can just ask me. It doesn't have to be a full AMA. You can just ask me right now. Is this upcoming free agent class good or bad for centers? Good question. NHL free agents 2026. So here's some 20. Well, Connor McDavid's not anymore. He would be number one. Let's see. So a ranking of offseason. So Connor McDavid's locked up. Eichel's locked up now, right? Panarin, I don't think is locked up, but he's on a center. Connor is locked up. Kempe, he's a center, right? Yeah, I don't think it looks particularly strong, to be honest with you, fangirl. I don't think so. 324, 313, 257, 250, 230. Those are long shifts. I do think Kadri will become available for sure. Hello to my mom. Thank you, Dina. Hello to your mom too. Have an all Pedersen line. Yeah, I'm with you, Steven. Nordiques and Whalers game was amazing. Fast-paced, physical, good passing, great team play, and good uniforms too. Compared to our beer league tonight versus Smashville. Yeah, today was quite the slog. We should ride Denver when he's hot. Otherwise, I try to get Denver 2 or 3 games, then throw in Lanky for one. Yeah, but you can't go Denver back to back, can you? If we get Wenberg with retention, it could be a really good trade chip. If the season gets off the rails, yep. Montembeau plays with the Canucks Saturday. The Canucks are easily scoring at least 5. Yeah, hey Habs, I'm surprised that is it Doby or Dobes or Doobie? Dobes. The other goalie outplaying Montembeau so far. Langdon versus Montreal and Demko versus Edmonton being the more important matchup. We can count on Edmonton defense being more spotty for our offense to generate confidence. And that's a really good point. Is the ramification in the standings, the Edmonton game is much more important. Great point, Justin. Mancini, first pair with Huggy. Let him learn from the GOAT. Halloween costume this year. Probably I'm going to go as a good-looking Asian dad again, so no costume required. Kaju's UFA. I go dimmer than Langston. Demmer beat the Rangers. Okay, that's fair. I say we mortgage the future and get pieces now and trying to convince someone that Hito won't get another concussion. No one's trading for Hito right now. Kaji has 3 years still. Wow. Kempe still in negotiation. Someone saying PD could sway him to come. Okay, let's do it. Kempe plays with Kopitar. That's right. Oh, happy birthday to your grandpa. 95. That's awesome. Awesome. Your backup is fire. Happy birthday. Foot's coaching rating. Yeah, I before these two losses, I was saying that I do like his communication style. I do like the way he explains things in the media, even the way that he addressed Elias Pettersson's 5-on-5 ice time from Pittsburgh. I thought was good. So I actually think he's a good communicator. Didn't like his deployment last game. And it didn't look great with Hughes tonight, but that's probably more on Hughes than him, right? I give him a C+ so far. I'm not wowed by him, but he's been okay. Dobish. Thank you. Dobish. Thank you. Doobie. Yeah. What's the over and under? You're asking me or you're asking people? Yeah. What's the over and under on how much time I eat sushi next week? I'd set it at 3.5. How are you? Do you think the Canucks should shoot more on the puck and made a difference in terms of scoring ability? I think they're so shorthanded right now, Harry, that they simply don't have the talent to create chances right now. I think Alvin will do something real soon. How long do you think Hito will be out? Yeah, I think we're talking months, not weeks, sadly. Have I ever had barbecue eel? Yes. It's not my favorite, but I know a lot of people like it. He doesn't throw his players under the bus. That is true. Are we meant to be prepared a scenario where Hito never comes back? Sadly, I think that's worst case scenario, but you always plan for the worst and hope for the best, right? You know, it's funny. I say that in one hand, you plan for the worst, hope for the best, but then I also say that hope is not a plan. So I don't know. Yeah, and a lot of comparisons to Michael Furlan. All right, friends, I'll do 2 more minutes and then I will get out of here. Last thoughts. Is Wenberg a good player? I saw the Canucks looking at him. He's okay. Yeah, I talked about he's right now in his career, he's a 30 to 40 point player. Swervin Yrvin is saying we should prepare for life after, life after Hito for sure. Watch out, Slavkovsky's off to a slow start, but Suzuki has 11 assists already. What? +7? Caulfield 7 goals in 9 games. Crazy. Hito will make a Crosby-like comeback. He'll get a bionic neck installed. That would be impressive. Does Evander Kane make it past the trade deadline? His cap hit offer books could help us. We need the cap. Yeah, if he's not scoring, right? He's not doing a lot. Like, I thought his first 2 or 3 games were bad. I thought his next 3 were good, and then just kind of been average last 2. Don't underestimate Montreal. How long can Canucks ice this AHL team? Management is hooped. No assets to trade. Yeah, I disagree that we have no assets to trade, but that was kind of the argument between Sakaris and Johnson was how good are the assets? Power play unit 1 is still better, but they're better on paper. Abbey Canucks raise the banner tomorrow. Nice. Maybe that'll inspire us. Why does WWE do duo fights? I'm not sure what that means. How much candy do you guys give out? None. Like, no one comes by our place. Maybe because we live on a busy street, Seepson Highway. Clay, did you watch the ESPN documentary type video talking about me pulling otter? They made me seem like a serious... No, I've heard about it. I should look it up. I've heard it's a fascinating watch, though. Will I be watching the World Series? No, I'll be paying attention to it, if that makes sense, but I won't make plans to watch it. Any line changes for Saturday's game? Who do you change? I think they win. I won't say 4-2. I think they win 3-2. And I think Besser scores first. Vancouver won't trade their first pick next year. Well, yeah, just in case they get you-know-who. At least Canucks did not sign Hito to long-term. What is Hito's contract right now? It is... just 1 more year after this at 4.437. Okay. For Kane to be successful, he needs to be in front of the net and finish every check. like Wilson does. Also for the power play, I'd put Mizey. Yeah, I don't know. There's Mizey to screen. Yeah, or you even put Kane there. Thoughts on Friedman saying Canucks not looking to move their first round pick yet? That would make sense if that's true. Hito's going to be out for months. Hito becomes a UFA after next season. Thank you. Like San Jose to retain if we got Winberg. Yeah, retention's tough. Oh, tag team. Yeah, 2-on-2. Hito should consider retiring for his health. No updates on any of these three guys. I feel bad for Hito. Me too. Let's say we finish it with a chance to win first overall and get the number one. Does Quinn still leave considering we have a Jen Rusher town on board? I don't know because that draft will happen the week before July 1st, so he'll have time to be convinced. Sir Valley comments on EP40 being more in buyout territory than other teams going in on trade for him. Yeah, I've seen the numbers buyout. They don't look pretty, so I'm not willing to go there yet. Hito has to think about his quality of life. Would you be considered to trade Coots and a first for a 2C? A 2C with term. And protected. Yes. Yes. Gosh, can't believe we're talking about trading Coots already. I guess desperate times call for desperate measures. All right, friends, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you for being here. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Swervin Yrvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support. Thanks to Hall of Fame franchise members as well. Appreciate all you guys, and thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On the way out, like the video, subscribe, leave a late donation if you want. And I appreciate all your support. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond today. Brian Blingy, the legend, with the donation. Lucas Gates, the legend, with the donation. Franchise member Coach Rob, gifts a membership. Legendary Carol Bovenlander, gives a membership. Franchise member Coach Rob, used monthly membership message. Dino, who's the legend of donations with the massive dono. And then franchise members Skytrain Elfrin gifts 5 memberships. Thanks to you, Skytrain Elfrin. Add it all up. And Dino wins tonight's leadership board. Followed by Fangirl, although this might change it. Elfrin in 3rd, Lucas 4th, Brian Blingy Troy in 5th. But Skytrain Elfrin comes in with a late dono. Let's give him some love by way of our new dono drop video. Skytrain Alvin with the late $5 donation. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Canada, here goes the weekend with Montreal and Edmonton here while he's in Toronto. Yes, I saw that before I started the show. You mentioned that in the chat. Awesome. Enjoy. Have a very safe trip. And that's awesome. Dino donates more in a week than a legendary membership costs per month. That is true. Not that I'm complaining. To each his own. And yes, Skytrain Alfred takes over 2nd place from Fangirl with that late donation. Baines was not really noticeable tonight. Okay, friends, thank you for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. You know, when I was little, I didn't care what I wore. I just went along with what my parents chose for me. But now when I look at old photos of me as a kid, I realize that my parents didn't care either. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.